Warning, this video is intended for no one under the age of 16 years old. If you're under the age of 16, please leave the video now because we do get into some adult type shit. Thank you very much. Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your guy, CharlesISanimeWorld, and welcome to my review of the greatness, also known as Shokugeki no Soma, you damn right. But since this is an anime review, we're going to call it by its anime name, Food Wars. Now, let's talk about the big elephant in the room, okay? Before we get into this Season 4 or Plate 4, Episode 11 review, it was announced that Season 5 of Shokugeki no Soma, or Food Wars, will be premiering next year in April. Now, we already knew from JC staff that they animated 24 episodes. Now, that's the reason I've been saying that this will be the final season of Shokugeki no Soma, because I use simple math and I know how many episodes there are going to be, and I know how many chapters of the manga that each episode covers. So obviously, 24 to 25 episodes will cover all of the manga since the manga has been completed. Now, knowing that, I think what they're doing is that they've already animated these episodes, or they're finishing up the last maybe 5 or 4 episodes, and then they're going to drop it in April. They did this last year for Season 3 as well, where they took Season 3 Part 1 and Season 3 Part 2. They had already animated them, but they split them up into 12 episodes apiece, and I believe that's what JC staff is doing now with Shokugeki no Soma, or excuse me, Food Wars Season 4. They just took the 24 to 25 episodes. They're splitting them up 12 and 12 apiece. So yeah, I guess 24 episodes, and they're splitting them up, and we're going to get the other half of the season next year. But they're going to just announce it or name it as, oh, this is going to be Season 5, when in actuality it's going to be Season 4 Part 2. So I know what's going to happen, and I can't wait. Now let's get into this review of Plate 4, or Season 4, Episode 11. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I was tearing up at the end of this episode. I really was. The anime has been rubber banding, to say the least. I mean, some episodes were okay, some were just really bad with the pacing. The anime jumped chapters. I mean, it's been all over the place. But this episode right here was just great. It really was. There are some changes that they made from the manga that we're going to talk about. But overall, it was just a great feeling. In the last 5 minutes of this episode, my eyes were watering up. When I heard the music, when I heard Season 1's music again, the intro music for Season 1, when I heard that playing again, all those good memories of Shokugeki no Soma just came flowing back into me. I love this series so much. So let's get into this. Now, if you wanted to read this for yourself, this episode takes place in chapters 259 through chapters 262 of Shokugeki no Soma. You can read 262, but do not read chapter 263, or you'll be spoiled for next week. So again, this episode takes place between chapters 259 through 262. Don't read 263, or you will get spoiled. The anime handled Arena choosing the dishes perfectly. I loved that scene so much in the manga, and I was hoping that the anime can nail it. And JC staff did a great job when Arena was choosing what her new ingredients were going to be, of what she was going to prepare. I love that scene so much, and the anime did a great job. When in the anime, when Arena sends Soma for the ingredients, the anime kind of over exaggerated it a little bit. You know, when she needed help on preparing her dishes, she needed Soma to be an extra pair of hands. When she sent them off, the anime really over exaggerated it a little bit. The manga handled that a little bit better, in my honest opinion. That's just me nitpicking. Nothing really different about that. Now, I will say one thing: the manga did a better job at showcasing off Arena's speed when the clock was counting down and she had a little bit of time to prepare this new dish. In the manga, you can see her clearly zipping from one point to another, but in the anime they just showed like flashes. So I do feel that the manga handled showcasing off Arena's speed a little bit better than the anime did. So again that's just me nitpicking. Nothing really different about that. Now the anime, and again, I am not complaining. I am not complaining. This was great. The anime added a little Rendo fan service and Tsukasa as well. You remember Shokugeki no Sama is an equal opportunity fan service series. So they added a little Rendo fan service and a little Tsukasa fan service that wasn't in the manga. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You know, when they were tasting Soma's dish, you know, their clothes were flashing. Like, it seemed like they was going for a foodgasm, because their clothes was like flashing on and off, like they had reached the crest, the point of, you know, of getting ready to just have a great foodgasm, but they didn't quite make it there. So I enjoyed that as well. Um, when explaining the peanut butter and squid legs, Arena had her tongue out through most of it. Now, she did this in the anime, but the way that the anime had it, for some reason, they kind of censored it a little bit, because when she finally stuck her tongue out, it was like this bright light, so you really couldn't see it unless you just really looked hard. So I don't understand JC staff censoring little things. Like, they'll add fan service in, but little things like Arena sticking her tongue out while she's talking, they'll take out. So I don't understand, you know, why they did something like that. This was my biggest pet peeve for the whole episode. Azami was foreshadowing the future in Food Wars for next year, for next season, whatever you want to call it. I think it's just season 4.2, but they're gonna call it season 5. But anyway, he did some foreshadowing that wasn't in the manga, and if you read the manga, you know exactly what he's talking about and what's going to be foreshadowed later on. But because it happened in the anime, you guys don't really understand what's going on. And I don't know why they did that. They added that little extra dialogue for Azami, and that wasn't in the manga. That none of that happened in the manga. He said nothing like that in the manga. So I guess what JC staff is doing is they're trying to prepare you for the final season of Food Wars. That's why they introduced Sukasa's extra long grater and what Azami said as well. Anyway, I don't know why they did that, but it's okay. But like I said, guys, overall, this was a fantastic episode of Food Wars, episode 11. And like we found out at the end of this episode, next week will be the final episode, episode 12. And then it's going on break, and it'll be back again in April. A little point I want to point out. So I color manga. You guys know this. I sent a picture to Yuto about Rendo and Tsukasa having their foodgasm and what I think it would look like. And I'm proud to say that they took that image of what I colored and it made it to the anime, which is really, really cool on my part, you know. And it's just awesome. But hey, that do it. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys next week, and sayonara, suckers.